beautiful day. Monday morning, November 1st, 2022. It's almost 8 o'clock in the morning. And then I saw the police, I saw some tape, and saw this. This is what I mean about my neighborhood over here has just really gone to pot. This is the chase. We had a shooting about 4 blocks from here. We had the little boy that got shot over on my former street. We had a shooting here. We had a shooting over at the crosswalk. We have multiple people always. And this is like the stuff that I've been reporting ever since since the administration took office, man. Pasadena was never like this. It's pretty sad. Good morning, folks. I have an impromptu meeting this morning. I received a text message last night from my coordinator person that someone on a higher ups level wants to have a chat with me. I think it was mentioned that it was a supervisor who wants to finally have a talk with me and my other roomie because of what's been going on over at the house and stuff like that. So, and I made it pretty firm and clear that I am not going to pay my rent as long as I and we have to be subjected to the conditions that we're living right now. It's not fair. Plus having to pay our share and the utility bills, plus 1/3 or 1/5 is still assumed on my part to be carried over from the previous tenants through this phase, which I am not going to be liable. This is all, I'm not going to be pressured into this. So this is going to be around noon, and we'll find out what happens. And my person said, just talk to her that the way, you just be frank and honest. Oh, I gotta go because my bus. It's a little bit cooler this morning. It is definitely getting that fall-like weather, and almost immediately I see a lot of window dressings in, especially over here at the Pottery Barn for Christmas decor. And you've seen in the other videos, pretty much. I noticed in my little travels, a lot of folks already were jumping on the Christmas scene about a month earlier, previous to that. Definitely at Home Depot and stuff like that. They had little traces and stuff like that, but it's just moving too fast. More police. Got a lot of police presence. And they've been trimming the palm trees here on Colorado. They are very overdue. Plus, this is all in preparation for the parade. So, I still think, with all the side parking and everything that they've done and the new lines that they've painted, I'm surprised they haven't refreshed those. That's during the parade route. That's as far as you could extend pedestrian wise. And in the center, people always ask about that red or pink line that goes up and down all the way Colorado. That is for the float drivers or any kind of conveyance that one cannot see the driver, because as per rules you're not supposed to be able to see the drivers. No, the entire floor has to be covered with vegetation, etc., etc. So since some of the drivers only have like a very small port in front, if they're lucky enough, but the most are actually kind of like the old B bombers from World War II. They're looking straight down at the ground as their line of sight, and they're steering with that red line. So that's important for them, especially the big ones, and a lot of folks, actually locals and stuff, are parade enthusiasts, particularly the Rose Parade. They always try to look for a port or something for the viewer. Followings, but it is true, because you get so caught up in stuff like that, you don't realize how it's being driven or operated and stuff like that. So just a little bit of trivia. What a difference a day makes. It's wet out here. And it's cold. Good morning. Welcome back. It's Charlie. It is Tuesday morning? Wednesday morning. Excuse me, I've just been up for a while, and it's raining. She's been in the mood all night still. It is November 2nd, 2022. It's about 8:30 in the morning, and it's about 55, 56 degrees with this rain. Actually, it moved in very early, just after midnight, I believe. And it's nice. I mean, it's not so bad. It's kind of like that misty type of rain, spritz type of a rain. This is the kind of rain that's not so bad. I could live with this. Actually, this reminds me so much of just being homeless, and it's like, this is the kind of rain that if we'd always look at each other, and we're under the probation office, under the eaves and everything, trying to stay dry for hours. It seemed like, just waiting for the library to open, or especially if it was a holiday and the library was closed all weekend long. That sucked. But and if it rained like this, it would be okay. I would kind of venture out. I'd be, hey guys, I'm gonna go take off for a while, watch my stuff. Oh, sure, But the heavier rain it's miserable, Just can't do anything. Well, the meeting did not happen. I ended up getting a phone call from my person saying that I guess his supervisor had a change of plans. So I'm meeting supposedly tomorrow. I got to call again and reschedule, because I also have a doctor's appointment that afternoon, and for me to make it from Pasadena to that area in an hour is not going to work. So this is a busy week, and then I go back to work this Friday. Yay! So I'm taking all this on my own shoulders. I'll without any word or anything of the diagnosis or a definitive answer, or even a direction as to where to go. Everything's a cyst, a seal or whatever, and all this other stuff. Never get a diagnosis really nailed down. The only thing is that's definitive is my blood disorder being very just, susceptible to blood clotting and anemia and everything. And the anemia also goes to since being homeless and stuff like that, and being having gastric bypass, you know, I didn't have the ability to take very good care of myself physically. So nutritionally wise, it fell to the wayside. And so that's probably where the anemia, my best guess, also came from. So that's just one of those things that is on my shoulder, are the side effects of post-surgery for that. But the susceptibility of the blood clotting, that is to being homeless. Everything else, who knows? But I'm gonna go try to run some errands. I did want to go actually down to LA or Hollywood, but when I heard the rain early this morning, I was kind of hoping that it would just come through and take off, because I did have a plan post this rain to do something really nice. Maybe tomorrow, since I'll be at the doctor's appointment. But this go pay one bill before the other one's coming in, and I start to get a little bit behind and delinquent before I even get to see any kind of income. So, and after today, I will be flat on my ass until I get paid again. But that's okay. You know, I have a job. I'm grateful for having an understanding employer and a very compassionate employer, and the fact that we kind of mutually need one another as far as reliability and everything is concerned, and the respect. That's what you can't get in a corporate situation like working at, I don't know, Walmart or Target or Amazon or whatever. You know, it's a small business person, a small entrepreneurship that is a little bit more compassion and lenient, and in most cases you just go by word of the employee and the trust of the employer. So it's a rarity, but I'm lucky enough to have it. Tis definitely a wet and, dare I say, a moist morning. It's not so bad. It's stopped right now, but this is nice. Although after having some rain like this for quite a while, the roads are very, very dangerous. People forget kind of the situation, especially as with any big city. Periods in between rains, the tire dust, wear and tear, the oil, and whatever slick surface is on there, like moisturizing cream, you know, that's been there and drying, and then people get into accidents around here. So this area is nice with the outdoor. Shabu shabu. Where is the bone kettle? Did I pass the bone kettle? The bone kettles were. I really, there it is. I really want to go right here, the bone kettle. This place has just had nothing ever since they opened up. I mean, they opened up even actually when I was homeless. I mean, for Pasadena, that's not bad. For LA and Southern California, especially in Pasadena, that's really not too bad. But it's a long way from. These are the moments of regret, honestly. Ooh, did I say regret? And I hate saying regret. I hate, and I hate saying regret. But you know, thinking back to all those hours and all those moments and days when I was working my tail off, you know, and putting up with Carla and the whole situation back then during the lockdown, and trying to store all the money I could, because I didn't know what was going to happen down the road with the lockdown. Are we going to get word before midnight not to show up at work, or are we going to show up at work and find that the doors are are locked and the stores closed. And then the fact that there was very, very strong talk that was looming that we were initially had no choice, that within the week probably or so, or months in, that we were going to be forced mandatory statewide vaccination for employment. And that was during the possibility of my job transfer, so it was actually kind of looming that it was probably going to be everywhere. And yes, I admit I fell for that. I'm not the most smartest thing, but with the advent of the possibility of being reunited with my family, with my ex-wife, and my, most importantly, which is what was sending me out there, my daughter. Looks like and then the possibility that maybe with the job transfer I was going to have to be required to be fully vaccinated. So I got the shot. Did these guys get broken into? Oh, crap. They just renovated outdoors. You could tell with new paint job and everything. It looks nice. All right, next stop. Since my plans are kind of washed out due to the rain, no, I'm not going to Target today. I did that yesterday. Grumble. Why Target? Yeah, one of the stores, one of the corporations that when Target was making their scene, that they took over a dying, I think, company that was going to the wayside, like Zodi's and stuff like that, from here, was Two Guys. That place was the bomb. Two Guys went under. The good old days of still being able to put things on layaway, helping families that needed the help. Government, please bring that back. Corporations, please bring that back. I know what your agenda is, though. This is kind of a secret little. Anyway, Two Guys was pretty awesome. I think the one that was closest to us was the one in, it was Manhattan Beach on Sepulveda, headed south. Headed south. Those were good stores. You know, more and more we've had so much crime. A lot of the local businesses, well, like you saw earlier, as I passed by, it was actually, they already had it boarded up with plywood, but they still had the police tape around, you know, the fenced off area or wherever the incident happened. But we've been having a lot of crime and everything, businesses being broken into. Don't know if it's people that are able-bodied but are just taking the easy highway, or if it's homeless. Now, like on my Nextdoor app, you know, I always check it and everything, especially when I get the emails. You know, a lot of people on the Nextdoor app, especially from Pasadena, East Pasadena, Hastings Ranch, a lot of people have been, like, during the night, just even during the day, just a lot of people, strangers to be more exact, wandering and being caught on video and being photographed of people just wandering, meandering around in backyards and stuff like that, and some causing damage, some just actually just laying around for a little while and getting up and, you know, whatever. But they always alert, you know, each other, just so be on the aware, just in case, you know, heaven forbid, if anything happens, this individual has been seen. Home invasions, just crime crime. Compared to 2 years ago, our crime and our economy and our way of living, it's not so much as that it's changed, it's just that it's out of hand, unacceptable, and this is not the America that it was just a few short years ago. So keep that in mind. But it's 6 days away now. Keep that in mind. I'm just saying that if you, historically it shows, you know, this is all still coming from the big O administration. Change and all that. I know, I was a sucker for that. But it's just the same pig with a different dress, or an ambiguous dress, and with different perfume. Same agenda, same everything, different face, different name, different sex. Questionable, but nonetheless, same policies. And probably just a different name change. So think about that, please. Now it's kind of reminds me of we used to have kind of a saying here in California during the rainy season, because it was a little bit more stable, especially when I was a kid. I remember that, but things change. If you don't like the weather, wait about an hour. Whereas opposed to Florida, where I used to live once, you don't like the weather, give it 5 minutes. Yeah, it could be sunny and shiny and hot as all heck, and then it's raining and humid and unbreathable. Okay, well, let's stop again. This is kind of a dystopian. They added this part post lockdown and post opening. Alright, my friends, that's it. You folks take care of yourselves, take care of each other, but always take care of yourselves first. Love one another, trust one another, be kind to each other, help one another. Don't take today for granted or any other day thereafter. Live for the moment, pull down your pants and slide on that ice. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. If you like what I'm doing, we're doing, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification button. Tell your friends and family about me, about us, what's going on, and I gotta go because I gotta pee. Bye.